This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
Tech Podcast CES coverage is sponsored in part by GoDaddy.com. Get domain names, cloud hosting, and dedicated servers, all easy to manage and configure. GoDaddy has all your web needs. Visit TPN.TV/GoDaddy for special offers.
Company is LifeProof.
Love the name.
LifeProof. And we've got a number of devices coming up here as well. What we need to do is, if you could slide your chair
sure thing.
right over to here.
There we go.
There we go. That brings you a little bit closer into the frame and gives us more room to display your products. Now, what you'll find is the camera for the product is centered more or less here.
Sure.
And when it's on air, it's on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And when it's not on air, it's on the left-hand side.
Okay, sure
So
thing.
you guys are having a chance to see a little bit of how things are set up and organized here as well. Might also remind you, thanks very much for the folks in the chat room for the notes and the audio. You know, that's one of the things that's really important to us is making sure that that things are going out on the air properly. A lot of times, as much as we're trying to monitor things here, I think next year we're talking about we might have one team member whose job it is to sit there and watch all day, and that would be something that would be helpful as well. So I don't have your name tag, so it's hard for me to introduce you. So you'll introduce yourself. And I just lost my audio momentarily. It's back.
I'm Jonathan Wegner. I'm with LifeProof.
Okay, Jonathan.
That's at LifeProof.com, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so tell us about your product.
Sure. So, there's always heaps and heaps of cases out on the market. All of them offer protection. The usual promises. Bumper cases, you drop it, that kind of thing. What we try to offer is something a little bit different. We offer freedom. Freedom for your mobile device to go everywhere and anywhere you want to go. So, what we have here, we've got.
Okay,
case for the iPad.
You need to hold it up
right there.
Up there,
Sure.
and I can help. I can help a little bit. And I believe that I heard about your product yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go with it.
So where we start with is we have cases for our for all your iOS devices that are waterproof, dirtproof, snowproof, and shockproof. So when we're talking about waterproof, we're not talking about splash resistance or anything like that. We're talking about fully submergible down to 6.6 feet. And we test every single case in the factory down to 10 feet. So there's that bit of a buffer for users, but this now becomes your waterproof camera. So no worries about, drops into the toilet, which 40% of device losses are to that. It is the modern newspaper now.
Yeah.
So, it now can go into all wet environments. So all these proofs that are true with the iPhone are also true with the iPad. So the iPad is also fully waterproof.
Okay, so you've got it armored up. You've got a rubber seal all the way around, and obviously this doesn't snap in and out easily, correct? It's a bit
That's
of a
the
challenge.
idea.
That's the whole idea.
It's there to stay on all the time, every day. So, you can just not worry about what's happening with your device. Now, of course, I use it, and I get so blasé now about my iPhone, my iPad, that I throw it around, I use it in the pool. As I'm waking up in the morning, I'm reading emails that have come in from overseas. It totally changes the way you use your iPhone, your iPad.
So what were some of the challenges of enabling the camera to work without distortion?
That's a really good point. What we try to engage in is what I call intelligent design, where we only put material where we need to put it. So, for example, with the case, we only put the bumper zones where they need to be. Everything else is sculpted out. We only put the rubberized areas.
Let's show that directly on the camera here.
So the sticky areas of the rubber are only where they need to be, and everything's really, really slim. So we offer a massive amount of protection in a really tiny case. So with that attention to detail, we use real glass for the lens. It's anti-reflective glass that you'd see in a camera lens. So, this is the camera everyone uses now. It's with them all the time. So now having a totally life-proof device, you can be snapping and sharing straight away. So parents with kids swimming for the first time, you don't have to be away from the pool, kind of trying to get some shots without the camera getting special. You're in the pool with them. You're underwater. You can have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. So if you saw my expression when I recognized who you were, all of a sudden the light bulb went on. Jamie Davis, the pod medic, went absolutely nuts over this product because from a professional medical standpoint, it has incredible implications as you move from patient to patient. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's actually a great segue, and thank you for that, because right now in our booth, I don't know if you've been past it, but what we're demonstrating is all these different sorts of usage scenarios, and today we're featuring the medical environment. So what we've done with the iPad, it's a little bit of a different proposition to what we have with our iPhone and iPod Touch cases. We have a membrane over the front because of the usage scenarios. You know, it's a little bit more rough and tumble. You got keys in your pockets, that sort of thing. With the iPad, it's a different usage case. You're using multi-touch functionality. You're typing on it. You're pinching the zoom, all that kind of stuff, all the time. So we looked at how people use their iPads, and we thought the best design for this is actually let them interact directly with the glass of the iPad. Use it as Apple intended. So there is no membrane.
This is the Gorilla Glass.
This is the Gorilla Glass.
Ah, okay.
So, as soon as you put a screen on, there is a loss of touch sensitivity, color clarity, that kind of thing. I mean, my sister, she's a nuclear physician. She uses her Retina display iPad to analyze images that the scans are taking. And if you had a screen on there, you wouldn't be able to get that same amount of clarity. So having it totally naked, or nude, as we call this case, really ensures that she can fully, do her job to the best of her ability. So now that you can take your iPad everywhere, it really opens up, the door for Apple to get into all these different sorts of industries where they were normally, the biggest product there is a tough book. Everyone loves iOS and loves iPads, and having this kind of a case that enables the iPad to go everywhere, it's just enterprise is clamoring for it.
So how did you handle the speaker, the speaker, headphone jack, mics, all of that?
Absolutely, everything's accessible. So I'll demonstrate on this. It's a little bit easier for the camera here.
There.
So let's get it shot. Here we go. So the other thing about our product is we wanted to make it as usable as possible for the end user. That's why it is so thin yet so durable. Everything works. So sleep function. The volume controls here, the rocker switch for the mute, opening up here, there's where you charge it, so that closes quite securely. There's an O-ring in there. There's a headphone jack cover here, which just screws off, and we have an adapter that goes on this that ensures the integrity, keeping it waterproof.
Of the headphone itself.
Of the phone inside. So it screws in, and it's you get like a bit of an extension. So it fits standard Apple headphones in there. But if you want to have something that's got like a bigger jack, then you've got the option to stick that on. But the main idea is for people to stick their own headphones in, but maintain the watertight seal here. So go running in the rain. I mean, I personally do that. Or on construction sites, there's a lot of dust, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one thing I also wanted to mention is, since people can take their devices everywhere now, they really want to. So we try to enable that through this ecosystem of accessories that we have here. So it's kind of all over the place here. But
okay, let me pull that, and you can bring them up maybe one at a time.
Here's the armband, for example.
Okay, that is that would be very comfortable.
Oh, it is.
As opposed to many similar sorts of devices. A little bulkier, but the comfort level would be.
It's just a little bit higher than other device carriers, but they go for like a neoprene approach where they get 2 bits of neoprene, you slot it in, but then you can't access the iPhone. Whereas it works with our case.
Okay, this is
you have to be in the case.
So if you're running in the rain, not a problem. This is big with surfers, swimmers, that kind of thing. So I often run with a Bluetooth headset. I'll just, if I get a call come in, or I want to see something on the running app that I'm using, I just clip it out with one hand, and it's really secure. It doesn't move at all.
Yeah, and just the look of this thing.
Yeah.
It's strong looking. It's bulky. I can put my trust in this. From the way it looks.
Yeah.
Like that.
So we use this universal mounts for a lot of our other accessories. So we've got a GoPro mount adapter. People love using GoPros to capture stuff, but sometimes they're not in the situation where they can grab the videos and transfer it to a laptop or anything like that.
But if you're on a go-kart or something,
yeah,
you could mount that directly there.
Yeah, so you can mount your iPhone to GoPro mount, and you can share straight away. So
to share it from a sharing standpoint.
So you can video what you want to do, or take some photos, and show off to your friends of what your latest adventure is. Obviously, you got your belt clips, those sorts of things. We have a bike mount, or rather, we call this a bar mount because you can mount this to any sort of cylindrical device. So, the reason we don't call it a bar mount is because people on jet skis are putting. Bike mount. It's because people on jet skis are putting this on kayaks, anything that.
And I've got yet another application for you for this. This is ideal for a podcaster who is using the iPhone as their video camera. This can hook onto a monopole or onto a tripod, and then you can shoot directly through here. And if you're shooting outdoors or gathering footage for your podcast in a dynamic, sports type of environment, ultralight flying or whatever, it's all locked down.
Yeah,
this is great.
I had a hot air balloonist come past the other day.
Yes.
And he had been searching all of CES for something like this. He was looking for the iPhone 5 mount and also a solution for the iPad, which we're just about to release as well.
I've got to jump in right now from a price point standpoint. For the protective case and this mount, what are we talking about pricing here?
So all of our accessories range between $29 to $59.99.
Okay.
And the case itself for the iPhone 5 is $79.99. For the iPhone 4 case, iPhone 4s are still selling really well. It's like 40% of all sales.
So is this this one float?
Oh yeah, sorry for the. I'll get to that in a moment. But the price for the iPhone 4 is currently $69.99.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
wow.
This is our life jacket. So it's called the life jacket. Well, for obvious reasons, it's bright orange, and it floats. So you just pop your iPhone in like this.
So if you were videoing water skiing or something, it'd be perfect. If you drop it, then it comes right back up.
Anglers love this. People that engage in water sports love it. Parents, construction site workers, and oil rig workers also really, this is a great tool for them because it's bright orange. So when they drop it, they can see it. But also it offers this. I'm not going to drop it on tail. I don't know how much it's going to check on. Maybe I will. It's a massive amount of additional drop protection and bump protection. So you've also got rock climbers using this sort of thing.
What sort of wear life do you have in this membrane that's right on top of the iPhone?
Okay, so the membrane we have on top is a hardened PET. So it's plastic with a hardening coating on it, and it's scratch resistant. So generally, it'll be fine in day-to-day life. And that's the whole idea with all of our products. It's all about being able to use them day to day, never having to take them off, yet having massive amounts of protection of, with our iPhone case, 6.6 feet. It's done to over military standards. We test everything. I'm not sure whether I mentioned, we test every single case that comes out of the factory for waterproofing. We then independently batch test all our cases.
So it's not sampled. You sample 100%.
With the water testing, every single case gets tested. We don't mess about with this kind of thing. I mean, if you're exposing your customers' electronics to water, you want them to be 100% sure that this is going to work.
So you got the tactical iPhone there to the
left? Yeah, we do. We have a new range of colors coming out for the iPhone 5. So this will be the first of the tactical colors. This is the dark flat earth. We'll also probably have OD green down the line. But right now we're also releasing cyan and magenta. So a really light blue and sort of a pinky sort of color. Mm-hmm. So that'll also be in addition to the white one that you see here and also the black, which are already available. So you can get those at LifeProof.com and also through Best Buy.
LifeProof, LifeProof.
Yeah.
LifeProof.com. Jonathan, this is cool.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Back to your crowded and mobbed booth.
Yes, thank you.
All right,
Come see us later on.
Okay, thank you.
Great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Well, we're proceeding along here. I need to remind you of some of our sponsors. GoDaddy.com, of course, is a way to say hello to your customers with a beautiful website using Website Builder. If there were a way that you could stay focused on your business without the hassle and expense of website development, you'd want to hear about it, and that's why we are talking about it. Do you think you would benefit from Website Builder?
Well, I'm a website designer, and I can certainly find ways of shortcutting things, or I like using a platform that my clients can learn to use as well. And Website Builder is extremely easy. It is something I could even teach my own clients to use after I set it up for them, which really, for me, would be really quick. They could set it up themselves, or they could have me set it up for them. But you could also set up your own website very easily with Website Builder, and it looks very good, too, on desktop and mobile devices.
Well, and I could see a situation where a small business has no web presence. This is a way to quickly establish it, and at that point, wow, this is working pretty well. It's time to talk to Daniel J. Lewis and really blow it out. And so there's a progression that's involved here. But the Website Builder is the way to get started. It's very economical. You can be online in minutes. It's very easy because it's a drag and drop display that uses over 300 templates from which you can choose, and over 8,700 stock photos, which means that you're not going to have problems with copyright and so forth. Also, talk about options and plugins. It's all business. Facebook, YouTube, Etsy, which I've not mentioned recently. Etsy, MapQuest, Yelp, and of course PayPal options. Keep the eye on the ball, and don't forget there's a fantastic discount, WST50, which is 50% off on Website Builder from GoDaddy.com.